Yeah, good afternoon. It's Jim from JAGfx.com. It is Tuesday, the 6th of July 2021. This is just a different sort of video I thought I'd put out just to show you what I'm doing with my trade signals at the moment in the background. I've already touched on this in my Facebook group and Telegram channels, which everyone's more than welcome to join. But these days, basically on the daily charts. Now, I base all my trade signals on the daily chart using the high probability and divergence methods as per my books. Look, the volatility these days, or the average true range, or what else would you say? The movement of the markets. It's been a bit tough lately, especially on the daily time frame. Can be a long time between trades. So I'm just looking at doing things a little bit different. So you can see the title here is FX Blue and EA Trading. So that FX Blue, I'll show you what it is, and EA, Expert Advisor, or a trading robot that's used on either MT4, which I use at the moment. MT5's got them, and I believe TradingView, according to Matt, he reckons they've just come out with automated trading on TradingView also. So we'll switch over to one of the charts. So this is TradingView. Now, this is the watch list on my right that I trade normally. If you guys if you follow me in Facebook group or the Telegram channel or watch my weekly videos, you'll see this. This is familiar. Now, I just want to go over a couple of things before we get into the trading. Today, there may have been a little bit of confusion with my trades. I called two new trades today. Call a buy on the pound USD, so that's the pound USD. You can always pause the video, just read my notes here, all right? So the initial buy, I'll just make this bigger so it's easy to see. 1, 2, 3. All right. So the initial buy was here. I called this buy on the 23rd of June. New buy signal. Read my notes. So we've got hidden bullish divergence. MACD platinum's a long way below the zero level. There's a buy signal there. Now, price has popped up nicely, and it's fallen away from me. It's fallen away. There's my suggested stop loss down at this red dotted line. So this is the buy in here. As you can see, it's come down and it's popped back up. Now, in the meantime, I've drawn this trend line across the highs. Now, drawing a trend line is not an exact science, but I've drawn the trend line down through there, and this morning it's popped up through, closed on the other side of that trend line. The last signal was a QMP green dot, QMP filter green dot. So there's been no red dot. So there's been no sell signal. So the buy signal is still intact. All I've done is taken a second trade in there. Now you can either take this trade smaller, you can take it the same size. Now obviously if you took it at the same size as the original trade, then halfway would be the overall break-even level. Generally, I'd say if I take this one at 0.1 lot, I would take this one at 0.3 lots. This one would already be through the overall break-even. Also, to support this second trade, we have regular bullish divergence. So you can see lower lows on price and higher lows on the oscillator. So that's the pound USD. That's the reason that second trade. And the other one was USD Singapore dollar. Pretty much the same thing, except it's a sell. Original sell was here. Took the sell in here, initially went down, then gone against me, hasn't touched the stop, started to come back down again. Trend line across the lows, again not an exact science, broke the lows this morning, took a second trade. So it's still a valid sell signal, there's been no new buy signal. MACD platinum still well above the zero level, and again regular bearish divergence there. So that's what that's all about. So just clarify that before we move on to the actual charts. All right. Now what I'm doing, if you'll see on my watch list here, for example, Euro, look at the Euro Japanese yen, all right? So we had a buy signal back here. Now, I've called the buy signal. There it is there. Suggested stop. I think I've already probably moved it up. I think the initial stop was down here. Doesn't matter. We're not so much looking at the daily chart. We're looking at this initial buy, MACD platinum's below the zero level. Now, and see how it's just gone sideways and going nowhere. So if you've been in that trade for 2 weeks or whatever, or since the 23rd of June, it's going nowhere. So what I'm doing is looking at dropping down to a lower time frame and adding either I'm using two EAs at the moment, either my own FX1363 or a third-party commercial EA from Expert Forex. This one's called a Grid Trend Multiplier. Now, put links to those, to the Grid Trend Multiplier in the description of the video. But and I'm also looking at using my other new EA, which is I think it's called Jag Universal or something like JAGfx Universal, which is not being released as yet, and also the Make Money EA from Expert Forex. So I'm going to look at that also. I just haven't got around to doing it. So in the meantime, what I did, now let's see if I can get this working properly. So we use the Euro Yen, all right? So we can see it's a buy signal from the 23rd of June, meandering around. Now let's go to, I'll look at my, now FX Blue. All FX Blue is, you might not be familiar with it. It's just like something similar to my FX Book. It's just a third-party software that monitors your account. It can be, well, I know my FX Book can be manipulated. I'm not sure about FX Blue, but I use it. So this is the link to my account here. So I'm going to put this link in the description of the video so you don't have to write it down or anything like that. So this takes me to my account. So if I click on that, I'll just go to my statement actually because I'm already logged in. But if you get this here, all you do is click on that and you can have a look. So I'll go to my statement, all right? So I'll just explain a couple of things here once it comes up. Now, this is FX Blue. This is like the home page, I guess you'd call it, once you go through the link. So it gives me my account number. So there's my account number, 325, whatever. You can read it there. Got nothing to hide. Now, the balance. This is a real account. See how it's got real? If it wasn't real, it'd have demo there. This is a real account. It hasn't got 130,000 in it. Far from it. This is a cent account. So it's a cent account, which means everything's multiplied by 100. Or divided by 100, depends which way you're looking at it. So I initially deposited $1,000 into this account, which is with InstaForex. It's a cent account with InstaForex. I'll show you that in a minute. And they gave me a 30% bonus, which was, so it took me to $1,300. They're not giving me $300. Oh, there we go. They're not giving me $300. They're giving me $300 to use. Because it's a cent account, that will display as 130,000, which looks very spectacular, but it's not. It's 1,300. So you can divide everything by 100 to give all these figures. Now, in the meantime, this is a new account. I'm just finding my feet. So I haven't started trading big. You won't see any great results yet. There's closed profit of $306 and I've got a floating loss of $265. It's been worse than that, but nothing too drastic. I'm just trying to show you what FX Blue does. You can go and have a look yourself. Look at my free margin, 129,000. So I haven't even touched it, and you'll wait till you see all the trades I've got on. Margin in use, only $111. So I've got plenty of margin left. I'm just starting out, so I'm just getting used to it, all right? So go down here, total return plus 0.4% for the month. Been trading 21 days, 3,575 pips to date. Profit factor is huge. Trade win rate's good. Drawdown 0 because I'm trading so small it's negligible. Here's the trades I'm trading, all the pairs I'm trading, which it's being closed. Just give you a bit of a pie graph, bit of variety there. You can go in across, you can go on a stats, for example. You can click on any of these. It just takes you places, shows you different things. You can go through the open, close, different symbols, different directions. Just click on, play around, have a look, see. You can't do any damage. Tells you all the stats. Always got messages coming up when I do a video. It just shows you all the stats, winners, losers, how many trades. So 115 trades on closed trades. So it's a lot of stuff here. Go back to the statement. So you can go through and have a look, see what appeals to you, or what you think's working. It's all pretty straightforward, and it's just a matter of, as I said, hitting these buttons and just stumbling around. Like if you go to here, orders, for example, Now, open orders. This is all my open orders at the moment. There they are there. So there's a lot open. Tells you exactly 43 trades open. A lot of trades. One of the reasons I went to Forex, I'm going to go through it in a minute, and you'll see I put in the comments. So this is the GTM, which is the grid trend multiplier. Daily QMP is the only manual trading I'm doing based on just a daily QMP dot, depending where it is in relation to the MACD Platinum. And you'll see FX 1363. That's the other, my EA I'm using. So you can come and see what's there and what's happening. So it's all in there. All right, we'll go back to the statement. So maybe it takes its sweet time. So you just got these different graphs. You can go to these drop-down menus and pick, like, say you want equity. This will be a lot different because it shows you, here's my starting balance, 130,000. You can see how my equities dropped down a bit to its low there, dropped down 129,810. Meanwhile, I was adding profit all the time. Now the equity's back up over the start balance, so it's good. So it just shows you, there's all sorts of things you can add, you can select here. Just have a look through the list. As I said, just play around with it. FX Blue. As I said, I'll put the link in the video. Now, let's have a look at the problems. First up, I'll go to my actual, this is my Forex, I think it's called Forex. Yeah, Forex Cent account. You can see it up there. There's the same account number. So this is the account. This is just on my desktop. It just makes it easier instead of going through my VPS all the time to show you things. All right, let's have a look. I'll show you one problem, then I'll show you two problems. First problem is, this is USD Swiss franc. First up, minimum lot trade size is 0.10, but divide everything by 100, so it's tiny. Don't worry about it too much. Next thing you'll notice, Swiss franc on most brokers normally got 5 digits, decimal places, 5. Only got 4 here. And you can also notice the spread, 3 pips, huge. Used to be 3 pips when I first started trading back in 2002 for this pair. So we've got it's not a scalping account. Don't use it for scalping. Trust me on that. So we've got a 3 pip spread we've got to make up. So that's one problem. And other than the 4 digits, the second problem is the spread. Right, so let's have a look. Euro USD, same deal. 4 decimal points, 3 pip spread, always 3 pips. Not scalping. USD Japanese yen, normally 3 decimal places, only 2. Again, 3 pip spread, big spread. Not a big deal when I'm trading on the daily, but it can get a bit messy. Now let's look at a little bit more of an obscure pair. Euro Aussie. 7 pip spread. Big spread. Moves a lot though. Let's have a look at the NZ Japanese yen. 63 to 71. 8 pip spread. So the spreads are ridiculous. It's not, if I'd known the spreads were going to be this big, I probably would have looked for a different account. Now, the reason I like this account, I'll get rid of that. I'll go to my VPS. All right, go to the main. All right, this might be a little bit stop-starty when I use this because it's a bit slower when I'm recording. All right, this is just I do a one chart that just gives me my stats, all right? Now, I'll just show you something. Now, this account here, this is the same account, the same Forex account. There's all the totals up there. Leverage, 1 to 600. That's one of the reasons I went with this account. Big leverage, 1 to 600. That's the main reason. You can see my stats here, monthly. It shows a little bit different on here. I don't know why, but that just gives me running daily stats, etc. That indicator there. And this just gives me my overall position without using my trade manager. Now, I was running something similar on a smaller account, and I'll go to it in a minute. XM. This is my young son. I had a $200 account for him, and since January I've just been plodding along with it, taking it from about 200 up to close to 265, 270. The problem was XM changed their leverage laws. I lost my bonus. Leverage went from, I think it was 200 or 300 to 1 down to 30 to 1. 30 to 1 there due to the ASIC, or the Australian rules and regulations. So, and as you can see, if you look over the right, it might be a little bit hard to see. My monthly gain on this account, and it's trading, is 4.87%. That's since January, so it's 6 months solid trading. The drawdown's been nothing. I could ramp this up a little bit, but I've only got 4 pairs left on it, so I'm not really. I'm sort of moving everything across the other account. But if this had a higher leverage, then I'd still be on this. The problem is with the leverage, it takes a lot away of my bang for my buck. But if I can build that other Insta account up and get it across, I can just transfer the funds across to XM and go from there. All right, so this is the VPS. So it runs 24/7. I've got all my pairs along the bottom here, so I'll just see if I can switch through them. All right, it's a pain because I have to pause the video every time I change charts. It moves so slow. Right, for example, Aussie New Zealand, all right? So let's go back to my trading view and find the Aussie New Zealand. So here's Aussie New Zealand. Yeah, right, there's a sell signal from way back here. You can see it's still heading down. The MACD's through the 0 level. You'll see if you watch my videos, I sometimes have notes here. It just helps me. It's also highlighted in pink. The one's highlighted in pink means I've got some action on the VPN. So, go back to the Aussie New Zealand. So, FX 1363 on charts, sell only, target 141. So that's all the information I need. There's my sell signal called in the Facebook group, Telegram channels, and this is what I'm looking at on the. So instead of just taking that sell trade there, I'm looking a bit more bang for my buck. So we'll go back to the Aussie. So you can see the trades here. It's got my FX 1363 EA on here, little smiley face. Auto trading's activated. It's a little bit hard to see, but there's some details there. So there's the profit target. There's no trades on at the moment. So you can see the sequences here. So you can see these red lines, they're sell trades being closed out. So there's a few sells. You can see just on the red dots, sell, 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 bang, closed out. Price kept on going down. New sell taken here. It's set up to just take them above the MACD platinum above the 0. New sell taken there, new sell taken there, bang, profit on that. So that's the Aussie New Zealand. Now let's see what else we got. Right, I've just switched across to the Aussie USD. Different EA, grid trade multipliers on this. Now, I'll just make this a little bit bigger. It should be bigger already. I don't know why it's not. Yeah. All right, maybe that'll focus. All right, it's all in focus now. All right. So first up, let's have a look at the chart. We'll look at the chart first. So I'll go to the Aussie USD. Again, highlighted in pink. Notes here, EA, GTM. So the grid trend multiplier EA, buy only grid 20. So buy only grid 20. Buy signal there. It's gone against me, come right down, close to the recommended stop. This is based on my trade I called. Today smashed up back through the entry level. So let's have a look what it's done. So basically it's gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 trading days doing nothing, and today it's popped back up. So we'll go back to the VPS. I keep on getting VPS and VPN mixed up. I've got 2 VPNs. I've got a VPS. All right, so here we have the Aussie USD. You can read my notes. Buy leg, the size, position size, the gap, and there's no scaling. Sell legs disabled. So blue lines are showing. It's hard to see, but all the blue, bang, bang, bang. So at the moment, we've got pending buy orders. We've got 2 orders open, and I'm down $3.60 on those 2 orders. My realised profit so far, buy orders, I've profited 16, and I've made $27.20 so far. It's popping up, and it keeps on. It's a grid moving. I'll put a link to the grid trend multiplier in the description of the video, like I said, to show you how it works, etc. It's a good EA. It's a lot more professional with on-screen displaying compared to mine. It's a much bigger company, but it's a good EA. So that's the grid trend multiplier. Now let's have a look at something else. All right, this is the Euro GBP, Euro Pound daily chart. It's just it's just my normal high probability setup. I've got the one trade on, it's a buy. So there's the buy, you can see it there. Now let's go back to the trading view and have a look where we're at with the pound, Euro pound. See my notes, just daily QMP. 28th of June, buy 0.1 lot. So that was in here. So I bought it on the 28th of June, that's the next day. Gone nowhere. I'd already moved up my stop on my trade I called, but don't worry about that. So we've got to buy. It really didn't go anywhere to get excited about. So what's going to happen now is I'll go back to it doesn't really matter what chart I'm on, I'll stay on this one. Now there's a sell signal possibly forming soon. What I'll do is I'll stay in this buy and I'll start basically a new sequence. I'll take the sell and see if I can get some profit on the sell side, then wait for another buy, add to this buy, then take a new buy. So it's a little bit tricky to explain because I haven't got enough trade examples as yet, but it's basically the method 2 from one of my books, if you can remember what that was. So basically just buying on. So if the MACD is above the 0 level, looking to sell only, and if it's below the 0, looking to buy only, depending on where I think we're at, if I'm trying to recover something. But generally that's the gist of it. So at this stage it's a buy only, and it's another way. That's a third way I'm trading on my VPS. All right, let's see if I bring up one more. All right, looking at the New Zealand CAD 30-minute chart. This has got my FX 1363 EA on. You can see we've got a current trade open. One trade, one cycle, one trade in the cycle, sorry. $3.34 already in profit. Target's 14.14. So that's that one trade there, that blue line there. Now you'll see all these blue lines here. Now this pair has got a huge spread on this platform. So generally, if the spreads are really big, I'm looking to trade the FX 1363 because the spread's not such a big deal for that. But with the grid trend multiplier, I prefer to trade the lower spreads, the 3 pip spreads, the majors, etc. So this is a little bit of a pain because it spiked up. As you can see, this little spike here, and it cleared out some of the trades. Then it went against me, and it's popped up again and cleared out the rest of the trades. But you can see there's a lot of trades on there, and it ended up well. Look how high it's gone, continued on. I could have got a bit tricky there. The EA has got the capability of the more trades it takes, I can add to the profit target, because generally the more trades it's got, it doesn't take as much to pop up and achieve the target. So I can either decrease the target or increase it or decrease the target. But let's go and have a look at the NZ CAD trading view platform. So where's that hidden? There it is. All right. Now, what happened here? FX, you can see that in my notes, 30-minute chart, buy only. So that was based on this. It's popped up, then I got the sell signal. So I added a new sell signal, so FX 1363 also added to the sell side. Same target, 174, daily QMP. So I've taken on 3 charts here. So we go back to the BPS. Let's have a look. So before I was on this chart here, the NZCAD M30. Now I'm on this NZCAD M30. I just keep my buys and my sells different. And you can see here we're down a fair bit. We're in 4 trades. I put the red lines on just so I know where they are. So one is there, second one's there, third one, fourth one. Now it's gone against me. No big deal. You can see the MACD is trying to turn over. Price is still heading up, so there's divergence there. Probably get another trade soon and come down. Doesn't matter. Still got the buy on to the buy side also. So that's it, guys. So hopefully that just showed you a few things, give you an idea where I'm at. Yeah, you can see I've got a lot of trades on. I'll go back to the this one. I'll get rid of that. I'll just show you what's happening. It's just a lot easier to, what I need, terminal. It's a lot easier to use this than on the VPS. So here's all my open trades I've got on the Insta Forex account. You can see it's the same account there. Let's put them in order taken. So here's today's date, 6, only the one trade that's still open. You can see what they are, what they're based on. So we go down, they're all their open trades. So we go down, we go down, we go down. So there's a lot of trades. Oh, hang on, sorry, my mistake. Let's start again. Let's go to the actual trade page. I was in the history page. All right, 6th of the 7th. I thought there's more trades taken today. Here's all the new trades taken today. This is all in pips. So you can see some are going all right, some are going against me. So that's all the trades open there. That's better. So my balance, 130,306, whatever. Equity, $130,030. So we're on the positive side. Margin used only 111. Free margins, 129,000, nearly 130,000. And the percentage is off the charts. So there's my floating loss at the moment. Now I'll go back to that page there. So this is my account history. Sorry about that. So today this is what's closed. So we've made $1.70, $1.54, $1.80, $1.70. You can see the pairs just start to move up, the Aussie and that. If you go down, this is all the history. Like this, 21 days. So it's a lot of trading, And as I said, this is only early days. I'm going to be ramping up these position sizes. I'm just trying to work out my money management, my risk, etc., to see what's working. Just slowly building in, getting a feel for it. I will not be leaving it this low with this amount of money or perceived amount of money. Remember, it's a cent account. So there's the deposit there, 100,000, which was 1,000. You can see it's 1,000 USD. You can see it there. And there's a welcome bonus, which is only $300. So 1,300. So divide everything by 100. It looks very impressive. We go back to the people see this and go, oh, real account, 130 grand. Geez, Jim's doing all right. Just for something he's practicing on. I wish. So yeah, all right. So I'll send all the links. It'll be in the description of the videos. And if you want anything more, any other information, or you just want to talk about this sort of stuff, more than happy to chat about it. Just get back to me on the Facebook group or the in Telegram. Even email me at admin@JAGfx.com. Happy to discuss it with anyone. Like I said, it's a work in progress, only early days, and we'll see how it goes. But it's a way of getting more bang for your buck. There is risk involved, obviously, and some jurisdictions don't allow trading both ways, but I've deliberately picked a broker that can with high leverage. But as I said, the spreads are a little bit going, so it will be something will change there eventually. I'll find another broker or something along those lines. All right, guys, hopefully that created you some interest and give you something to think about. Thanks for watching. If you do like these videos, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It'd be greatly appreciated. Enjoy the rest of the day, and I'll chat to you good folk later.